Hi, my name is Ted Mallon. I love hiking at Harriman State Park, so I decided to create this video to show you one of my favorite hikes there. This hike takes you to Pine Meadow Lake, which is one of the most popular attractions to hike to in Harriman. However, more people get to Pine Meadow Lake by way of the Red Trail from the Visitor Center on Seven Lakes Drive. That hike is known as the tourist hike because it's always so busy. In fact, I'd say around 70% of the people hiking in Harriman State Park just do that hike. There's so many different trails all around this park, so I always encourage people to try different things. Now, the tourist hike is good. A lot of people prefer it because it's somewhat flat, but I'm going to take you to Pine Meadow Lake in a different way. The route I'm going to show you in this video will take you to the top of Diamond Mountain. You'll have a great view from that point. It takes about the same amount of time, but the hills make for a better workout. Plus, it's not as heavily traveled. Sometimes the tourist hike just gets way too busy. So, let's get started. As you enter the park, you're going to be on Seven Lakes Drive. Keep going past the Visitor Center until you reach Lake Sebago. Once you see Lake Sebago on your left, keep going for about 5 more minutes and you'll see the parking for the boat launch on Lake Sebago. That's where you're going to park to start this hike. Now, if you're hiking anywhere, you should always have a map. From Harriman State Park, there's 2 maps available. The New York, New Jersey Trail Conference maps, the 2 on the left, and the National Geographic's map. Now, the Nat Geo map is much fancier and it's printed on this very nice water-resistant paper, and it's fairly large. In fact, I think it's actually too big. It makes it harder to use when you're out on the trail. I prefer the New York, New Jersey Trail Conference maps. They split the park into 2 separate maps, and they have much more detailed information. For this hike, we're on the southern map, the map that's labeled 118. I'm also going to refer to this map. This is from Google Maps, and it's from an app I used called MyTracks. MyTracks runs on my Android phone, and I click start when I begin the hike, and I just let it run. It kills my battery a little bit, but as long as I have a full charge when I start my hike, it's still running when I end my hike, and it gives you not only a nice little map of every place you've been on your hike, but it gives you some statistics as well. For example, I know that this hike took me and Monica about 4 hours, but that's because we took our time, we took photographs, and we also spent a little time at Pine Meadow Lake relaxing. Okay, I took that Google MyTracks map and I went into Paint and changed a few of the colors just to make this map a little more readable for you. So now you can see where the different colored trails are, and also the dotted lines for the mountain roads. I'm also going to make a PDF of this, my own work, so that you can print it and bring it along in addition to your own map when you do this hike. So look below in the comments for a link to the PDF to this map right here. So the starting point for this hike is going to be at the boat launch of Sebago Lake. As you leave the parking lot, you're going to be looking for the Blue Trail. Since this is the beginning of the Blue Trail, you'll see the triple blaze, those 3 triangular 3 blazes in the shape of a triangle. So for the first 10 or 15 minutes of this hike, you will be traveling uphill on the Blue Trail. This is Conklin Mountain. Then you'll come down and you'll pass over Diamond Creek. After you pass over Diamond Creek, you're going to start heading uphill towards Monitor Rock. Now I want to point something out. The Blue Trail, which we want to keep following, takes a sharp turn after Monitor Rock. So here's what the trail looks like where that turn is. If you were to continue straight on the left-hand side and keep following that road up, you'd be following a different hike. If you notice, that one tree on the right has the blue blaze, and that's where the turn is. You have to kind of look for it. As you continue on the blue trail, you're going to cross the red trail, which is marked with a blaze. That's a white rectangle with a red horizontal line going through it. Once you pass that trail, you know you're still on the right way and you're heading towards the peak of Diamond Mountain. So continue on the blue trail until you reach the scenic overlook at the top of Diamond Mountain. Where the star is on the map, that's the scenic overlook. You'll know it when you're there. You'll be able to see a great distance, and you'll see Sebago Lake down to the right side of the trail. And you may even see Breakneck Pond on the left side of the trail. Great view. That's a good place to stop for a few minutes and rest. Now when you're ready to get moving again, you're going to keep following the blue trail south, and you're going to be looking for the yellow blazes. You're going to switch from the blue trail to the yellow trail downhill towards Pine Meadow Lake. Since this is the beginning of the yellow trail, you will see the triple blaze to start. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the tree with the triple yellow blazes to start that trail. Now you're going to follow yellow trail downhill until it intersects with the red trail, which you'll be on for about 10 minutes, and that will lead you to Pine Meadow Lake. Now, when we decided to leave Pine Meadow Lake, we chose not to take the same path back. Instead, we decided to take some of the mountain roads. Now, the trick with the mountain roads is they are not marked with blazes, but they're pretty well established, so they're easy to see and follow as long as you're careful, and you should have a map and be following the map. So the dotted line that you see leaving Pine Meadow Lake here, and it's actually called Pine Meadow Road, is the one we took. So follow along. I'm going to show you where to go to get home, and it's a little bit faster, and you skip one of the big mountains, so it's a little easier. So here's a picture of Monica walking on Pine Meadow Road. Again, pretty easy to follow. Now, after you've been following this road for a little bit, you're going to turn left on another unmarked road. So it's it's another trail that doesn't have blazes. It's going to be after you pass a lake on your right, Lake Wanasink. To make sure you don't miss it, I'm going to show you a picture of a sign that is right where that fork in the road is, where you need to make a left. This sign is up on a tree, and it says, "Hikers, please don't walk in the snow tracks." So if you look for that sign, you won't miss the fork in the road up. So bear left when you see that sign so that you stay on Pine Meadow Road. So you're going to continue up that road, and eventually you're going to cross over the red. Obviously don't take the red, keep following it until you go uphill a bit, and eventually you're going to rejoin the blue trail near Monitor Rock. You'll go downhill a bit, you'll cross over Diamond Brook again. And then you can continue following the blue trail right down to the beginning point of the hike at Sebago Lake.